At this very moment, my studio's been run off a generator outside. And we can't run it past 11 o'clock because that's when the law says the noise ordinance kicks in and all that stuff. So we have to read up a lot. But at this very moment, I have no power in my house. We can't pay for gas.
What's up, guys? Back to another episode of Urban Legends. I'm your boy Antwoine, and we're going to get into this T-Pain story right about now.
I'm in love with a stripper. She poppin', she rollin', she rollin'. I'm about you a train. I'ma take it home. Booty going up, down. I ain't got no problem spending all of my money. I like the bartender. Ooh, if you're looking for me.
So the reason, everybody asks me, why are you so transparent? Why are you so vulnerable and shit like that? And I'm just like, if I would have had the information beforehand, I would have done better in my career. I would have been bigger. I would have gone broke. I would have never done anything. But everybody before me that I had to look up to, they were just like, no, this is great. Once you start rapping, it's just money all the time. Nothing bad's ever gonna happen. Your family's not gonna come after you. Nothing's gonna happen. It's just rap, and it's just girls and swimming pools after this.
Every time I hit the spot, baby girl taking care of me.
As we all know, T-Pain started his career off with a bang. I mean, his music was played on all the radio stations and played in all the strip clubs and nightclubs around the world. But, as we all know, T-Pain came from the top back to the bottom. And he's going to explain why.
Because at that point, that's when I was running out of money. You know what I'm saying? And that's when my accountant was like, dude, you just bought a Bugatti. You're like out of money. And I was like, no, I'm not. I got this house I want to get. I got this other house for my assistants and, my runners and my producers and stuff. So we bought a house after that, and we just started going crazy with the money. I wasn't paying attention to it. As you know, I thought if I didn't have access to my own accounts, that I wouldn't have to look at it. So, you know what I'm saying? It was bad business choices.
I ain't got no problem spending all of my money.
So now that we have an idea of what actually happened to T-Pain's career, it wasn't that his talent was bad or his music got worse. It was because the industry took advantage of him and he fell into the trap that every rapper falls in, or every artist in the music industry falls in. I don't want to call him a rapper because T-Pain's more of a singer to me, but this is what happens when you let the game suck you in.
After I went through that whole episode, if I found out, if I would have known that other artists have gone through this, people I look up to, if they would have just said that, look, it's not all great, it's not gonna be fine this whole time. If I would have known that, I would have been mentally prepared. First of all, I would have been ready. I would have prepared myself financially. I would have put something aside. But from the people that came before me, even rock stars, rappers, singers, everybody, athletes, just like, nope, this whole thing is just money all the time. Right. You're good at something, it's just gonna be money, always.
You better know, I know.
Tick tock, how that mouse went up that clock though. You heard?
There ain't nothing left to do but go up and down.
Booty going up, down. I ain't got no problem spending all of my money.
It was a lot of bad investments. Real estate. 40 million. But you get back up and you learn, man.
Yeah, she got my attention.
T-Pain's singing ability has been on clear display since the first sound of his breakthrough single, I'm Sprung. Yet his remarkable use of autotune created a footprint that has made his performing name, T-Pain, branded with a voice modulation back in 2005. His debut album, Rapper Turned Singer, rose to the top on the Billboard 200 along with Infinity in 2007, led by the #1 Hot 100 hit single, Buy You a Drink.
I'm about you a train. I'ma take it home.
Life's a bitch for everybody, man. But you got to find your own way to deal with it. That's the key. What's the key to life? Find out how to deal with it. God damn it. That's the key to it is to find out how you can get through it without dying.
Over the next few years, T-Pain enhanced his reputation as a fun, loving party starter with 3 Rings in 2008 and Revolver in 2011, along with the featured appearances on numerous tracks by Kanye West, Good Life, Jamie Foxx, Blame It, which both won Grammys by the release of Happy Hour and The Greatest Hits in 2014. T-Pain have racked up 5 headlining platinum singles despite having a backlash about the auto-tune he was using. He has remained an R&B pop culture figure the same year he won the first season of The Masked Singer. He dropped his 6th album, One Up, back in 2019, and it made it to the Billboard 200. The Tallahassee native born came up as a rapper in a group called Nappy Heads. He then became a solo artist after Akon heard T-Pain's recording over his hit song I'm Locked Up with T-Pain's version called I'm Effed Up, and that's when Akon signed T-Pain to his label.
T-Pain.
That's my little man.
I remember when he first came out, y'all, there were a lot of comparisons.
Yes, that's why I picked him up.
Speak on that.
I was like, hold up. He's convict to the core. He represent everything we represent. I mean, the sound is so similar. It was no way I would put. Like my motto was always, if there's anything that's close to what we're doing and that's representing what we're doing, make it a part of what you're doing. I would rather T-Pain been a part of us than him being my competitor.
Akon was signed to Interscope Records.
Right.
And Interscope Records offered me a $900,000 signing bonus.
Which is crazy.
As a 18-year-old, that sounds crazy.
Out of Tallahassee,
Out of Tallahassee, and at this very moment, there's no lights on in your house. You can't like at this very moment, my studio's been run off a generator outside, and we can't run it past 11 o'clock because that's when the law says the noise ordinance kicks in and all that stuff. So we have to read up a lot. But at this very moment, I have no power in my house. We can't pay for gas to get to the airport to fly to Interscope Records. They're offering us these things, and you know we went to Atlantic, which was offering $700,000, but everybody was offering all these things for the single. And I went to Akon, and Akon said, "Bro, I got 20 grand and a career. I can guarantee I'll give you 20 grand. I know that's not a lot of money, but I guarantee you're gonna have a career and not just a song." You know, when I went to all these companies, they was like, I love this song. What can we do? Can we get another song? Can we do this song? And Akon was like, I love you. I love what you're doing, and I want to make sure you have a long career.
Wow.
And he was the only person talking like that. And I wasn't in it for short money. I was in it trying to I was trying to get the long play going, so he was the only one talking about it, so I went with him.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And I literally ran away from home in order to sign with Akon.
That's crazy. I've never heard this. That's crazy.
Bro, my dad left the house. Boo was at my house. My dad left the house to go get gas, to go to the airport to go sign this Interscope deal. And Boo was like, dude, I don't know what you're going to do, man. I can tell you, you can make a choice right now, and we can leave. We can go to Atlanta, or you can wait on your dad to get back and go be miserable.
You just bounced.
I was like, you know what? Let me pack up my shit right now for my dad to get back. We literally passed by my dad leaving my house.
There's always a low tide and a high tide. My low tide lasted for 4 years. Now, from 2010 to 2014, I almost drunk myself to death. I almost committed suicide a couple times. And I'm at this point, I'm the happiest I've ever been. This is been sweet. Like, so I understand what you're saying. There's a lot of bad shit happening. A lot of shit happened to me for 4 years straight. Nothing but negative shit happened.
T-Pain, as he lists all the things he did wrong and lists all the things that happened in the industry, the music industry that is. And I wouldn't doubt that the same thing can happen in any type of industry when it comes to entertainment. So let's just recap real quick. T-Pain started out as a rapper. He then started to do his little singing thing with the auto-tune. He became known for it. So known for it that his music exploded around the world. Convict, the record label, aka Mr. Convict, aka Akon, came across T-Pain's remix to one of his songs, Locked Up. And this was the gate opener for T-Pain to get into the music industry. T-Pain got into the music industry and met so many different celebrities but they never told him what really goes down in this game. Instead, they took advantage of him. The women, they took advantage of him. All the people that surrounded him on his team, they took advantage of him, not telling him to slow down in his fast life. And finally, T-Pain loses all his money, $40 million to be exact, doing investments for other people. This is what happens in this industry, and that's why if you planning on getting into the entertainment industry, make sure you stay grounded and keep close ones, the ones that was there for you from the beginning, around you, so that they can watch your step. I know we didn't go too deep in the story about T-Pain's whole entire life, but I wanted to break down the rise and fall of his career, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go onto the channel and check out more videos like this. My name is Antwoine. Thank you for watching, and I'm out of here.